With you guys, this is Tank Talk. Right now I'm in North Carolina at the radio station, and I got mzgoodnewz.
Yeah.
Always giving the good news. You know, thank you for wanting to do an interview with me and giving me the time.
Tank Talk.
Yep.
We're finna talk it up.
Yep.
And I'm so glad, like you said, he's here in North Carolina. I'm mzgoodnewz, the radio personality and manager for WLJZ 107.1 FM. And it's actually Livingstone College Radio.
Livingstone College.
HBCU, and we are so proud to be a part of this team and have this platform.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, I had to come out here, and I've heard a lot of things about you guys, so that's why I was just like, what, I feel like I have to do it if I'm out here.
Yes, big shout out to Ezekiel.
No, yeah, Ezekiel is the one who was like, hey, he's on mzgoodnewz, she's on the radio station right now. Where our radio station is growing, so he's like, you better get on this ship or you're gonna get left.
Look, and we trying to get on your ship too, because you got a lot going on.
No, yeah, for sure. I got a good couple things going. So
all right, look, he ain't gonna hide this from y'all. we got to get into it. So we really kind of just talking to each other. Yeah,
I mean, we already built the kind of like this regular conversation, just talking. Now we just got to do it with the camera on now. So.
Okay, see. Okay, so I want to know about you and what you got going on, because you in Cali. You in Cali, right?
Yeah.
So you got stores.
Yeah.
Let the people know and let them know I'm all in it.
I mean, I got 2 stores right now. It's called Foreign Family. I have, obviously I have a business partner and a team. So, and there is Foreign Glizzy, Ray Bands, Coach Foreign. And then, so that's why Foreign Family is the name. So we all came together. We started making stores, parts of the Bay, and then we ended up like expanding to bigger stores.
Right.
So it was good to see that transition, just to get a big store in the mall type of thing. Right. And at our first store, we were the first store to ever to do it. We put a Bentley in the store. A Bentley.
The first to do it. Stop playing with him.
Now, what store do you know when you go in, you see a Bentley in there? And it's not no fake Bentley. This is a Bentley.
It's a Bentley in the store.
Yes.
Like, that's really dope. Why? Why did y'all do that?
They had their cars and stuff like that, and they had a Bentley. So they were just like, what would be good to bring customers in? A Bentley. And no one. Then we're just thinking like, what's something that no one did?
No one's done that. I ain't never seen.
When have you walked in and seen a Maserati right there in the middle of the store?
Right.
So it's like, we had to be unique and different. So we're just finding ways.
I love it. So you have other brands in the store, including your brand.
Yeah. First we had different brands, but now it's just at our newer stores. It's just literally me and probably 3 more brands that we had added to our team, but it's just all in the area,
I like Tank Talk.
No, yeah, I mean, it's
like it's fun to say. Yeah, Tank Talk.
And some people kind of get mixed up with TikTok. So a lot of people, when I be telling them like someone that I just met, I was just like, yeah, follow my page, it's Tank Talk. They're like TikTok. They're like typing it in. I'm like, no, tank, like as in a fish tank. Right. And then I'm like, talk as in I'm talking to you right now. Right. Like, and they're like, oh, okay.
So is that what does Tank Talk mean? What does that mean?
So I'm from San Jose. So tank is they call San Jose the fish tank because of sharks. Okay. The San Jose Sharks. Okay. So that's why they call it the tank. You're like, oh yeah, where you going? I'm going to the tank. Right? And they'd be like, oh, you're going to San Jose. So I had to represent the city. So I'm like, tank, all right, I'm gonna put that up there. Not too many people know about the city being called the Tank. So Tank, and then I'm like, what am I gonna be doing on here? Obviously I'm doing a lot of talking. So I'm like, let me add talk to it, Tank Talk. And then that's how it came about.
I love it.
But anyways, coming over here to me, like you're interviewing me right now.
I know, right? I'm sorry, it's second nature. It's just.
I mean, let's transition this. Now I'm gonna ask you questions now.
Okay, go ahead.
So how was it like? I mean, I'm just gonna start from the beginning. Like, were you starting out coming into just being on the radio? Because I know you have to have a unique voice, an interesting voice, and where people are gonna be like, I want to hear that voice. I want to tune in to listen to that. How did that start out?
Well, shout out to my mom, and my dad. They created this person here. But I think really just I started out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like I've always had like a dream to talk to people and really overall motivational speaking. So then radio became a part of the journey, you know, as I went, because I started doing the video podcast. And so I believe if you don't have it, create it. And so I didn't have it. I didn't have no radio to get on at the time. I didn't have a mass group of people to talk to at one time. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing my own video podcast, and that's what I did. So I was doing that. I was doing a lot of community events, and like the word got around. People just grew to love me, and then I started a business back in 2012 called Eat Out at Home. And it was a food delivery service, so I pioneered the food delivery service here in Rowan County.
Kind of like a DoorDash.
Kind of like a DoorDash before they got here and everything. And so I did that. So I met a lot of people during that time too. And so it just kind of I transitioned to this because there was this good guy, friend of mine, Tim, thank you, Timothy Witcher. He was like, listen, they got a position up there at Livingstone College. You need to be there. You great for the position. I'm gonna call you back. He called me back and was like, they waiting for you to call. So shout out to Keith Anderson, who is the director here at Livingstone College for multimedia and digital content creating and all that good stuff. But I talked to him, and then he got me here. So I just started talking. And I hit the ground running. I hit the ground running.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's just like, you know, like I said, like a lot of people, you gotta have that voice, and you gotta have the I'm gonna put myself out there type of thing, because some people are like shy, they'll get kind of quiet, or they'll just say literally what they're reading type of thing.
Exactly.
Like you gotta have some style as you're reading and kind of make it more entertaining for the listener.
Yeah, so, what they say, it gotta be in you and not on you.
Yep.
Yeah, it gotta be in you. And I think to be in you, for it to be in you, I think that's the key point. Like that quote right there is dope. It sounds cool, but what does it mean? And so what it means is, if you're not studying and learning about yourself, you're not emotionally aware, you're not paying attention to the people around you, and you don't add value to yourself, how can you fluently talk to people on their level? So I continuously add value to myself. I read books, I study, you know what I'm saying? And I just pay attention to people and hear what people are talking about and how they feel, and I empathize with them. And I think that's how I'm able to be a voice in this community, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like that's a good thing too, if you're actually listening and touching people that are actually in the community, than just being like, I'm just gonna talk and do what the radio station kind of like feel like, not really in the streets, not really listening to other people. You're just doing what you have to do real quick and not. But yeah, that's good. That's good that you're touching stuff that is really happening in the real world. So everybody that's listening is like, oh yeah, we're just talking about that.
And that's the reaction I love, you know. We was just talking about that, Miss Good News. Or as a interviewer, one of the best things is, now that's a good question. When they say that, you be like, yeah, I got him. I got him.
that's why when some people tell me, they're like, man, I watched your interview, and then right now, like me and my fiance,
shout out, whoop, whoop, whoop.
But she told me it might as well be wife. It's already locked in. We ain't changing that.
It's wife. Stop playing.
But we started a food review, and out there in the Bay, you know, it's super popular doing a food review and stuff like that. Going to these new places and kind of just giving a review on their food. I've been getting a lot of people just tapping in and being like, yo, you know, come by, we'll make some food, like we got you guys. And sometimes some places won't even charge you, you know, because everything's social media now. So that's why everything's like, hey, yeah, you know, I'll give it to you for free, because I know what's going to come with it is your followers are going to be looking into my stuff and come try my food because they saw you review it.
That's content creating, and any smart person who has business about themselves understands that bartering system where I do this for you and this is what you do. And like we were talking about off camera, you have to know what you want though. Like some people don't even know what they want. They just out here doing stuff. But if you really know what you want, you saying, listen, there's a couple ways to get paid. Money is not the only way to get paid. Exposure and experience. So if you can offer me exposure, then I can do this for you. I eat your food and put your food out here. for the experience, and then I give you the exposure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's kind of like the radio station though. It's like if someone wanted you to say like, hey, I got my own food place, it's called this, like, can you say it on your radio station? And they invite you over and they give you some free food when you come through. I mean,
what he said.
Yeah, I mean,
it ain't always about the money. Feed me.
Sometimes it's about the food, you know, feeding the belly, you know.
That's it, feed the belly. Look, shout out to my mom. My mom got a restaurant called Belly's.
Okay.
Belly's soul food. So Belly's, you know what I'm saying? Think of our bellies. I want to be fed, you know, so it's not always about the money.
No, yeah, for sure. And it's like always cool to like, you know, definitely come together and kind of collab with a whole bunch of people.
That's
because followers that they have that aren't following you, then you guys could just kind of feed off each other and kind of grow, and that's how unity works, guys. All right, when you guys repost my videos, go on the radio station, like, you know what I mean, we gotta stick together and grow together to get to that level of just being up there, you know. I
love it. I love, see, when you talk about unity, I think about foreign families.
Exactly.
That right there, that covers a multitude of things. Like that name is so phenomenal.
Yeah, because you know the name, how the name came up was, it's like they had a lot of foreigns and stuff, right? And then they put family into it because they're all family. That you know, so Coach Foreign is the dad, and Foreign Glizzy and Ray-Bans is their kids, their daughter and son. Right. So that's why Foreign Family just kind of came together. And you know, I'm not a family member, but we're family still because we got our business together. That's right. And we help each other out. And basically, I've been with them since they started. So
he family, y'all. Forget that. Blood. It ain't only blood that make you family. It's different things, you know. So that's dope. See, we family now.
Yeah. For sure, like we all coming together, we all growing together, you know what I mean?
That's
like I'm gonna go out there and tell them about your radio station, tell them tune in.
That's it, and I'm gonna tell them, listen, y'all make sure y'all listen, let this man come and taste y'all food, because I'm not there. I need to know where to come when I get there, and I'm gonna be looking at his reviews. It's not about Yelp, no it's about Tank Talk. That's what it's about.
That's exactly what it's about. And I feel like sometimes Yelp be lying to you, you know?
We want real live,
because a lot of people pay for
reviews. Yes,
they pay for people to just go on there and be like, yeah, this is super good, really good food. And sometimes they make fake accounts just to build their stuff up, and then when you go try it, you're like, it ain't even that great. Like, it was kind of
but I like the visual. I like to see your face, because some stuff you just can't.
You can't hide it in the face.
No, you cannot.
You bite into something nasty, you're gonna be like,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. See, you onto something. I appreciate you.
Hey, maybe you start your own thing out here and you start doing North Carolina food, because I know this, what is it, Smoking Pit?
Yeah.
I tried that place. I swear I've hit that place every time I come down here. As soon as my feet touch North Carolina soil, I'm like,
come on and give me something. Man, when I tell you, they line be out the door, like the line be out the door. But I will say, you know what I'm saying, this is an exclusive, dropping bomb, boom, 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 boom.
There you go.
So I am gonna start doing the reviews, and like a variety of reviews, not just food, but brands, you know, the quality of shirts, because you know everybody have brands and people have whatever they have. You want to know that, look, I'm sewing into something great, you know what I'm saying? Like when you spending your money, you want to spend your money with the right people, right places, and gain experience. Me, I'm all about gaining experience. Like I want to travel and I want to do things I've never done before. We got one life to live, as we know it here on this earth. You better do what you gotta do.
Oh yeah, you got to make it worth it, because at the end it's the end, you know.
That's it.
And it's like, you know, what are you gonna be known for?
That's it.
So like, that's why I started Tank Talk, because you know I want it to be as if when I leave, I have either my son or daughter or whatever to pick it up and kind of run with it too. And if they want, I'm not gonna force it on them. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you gotta be Tank Talk, you know, you gotta be mine, you gotta be the business now, you know, type of thing. And just, I mean, I'm cool with just the name, you know, people actually being like, you know, that was Tank Talk, that was it.
Yeah, but you know, the great thing about social media is that you can touch so many people that you don't even know you're touching. Like when you think, and numbers are beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Because when I think about putting a video out and it reaches 30,000 people, I don't even know 30,000 people.
Yeah.
Let's start with, I don't even know 1,000 people that I can like riddle off their names. But when you see that there's that many people who are continuously looking at your stuff and you're inspiring somebody, that right there within itself, that's leaving a legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because every legend don't even know that they're a legend. Some people are like, people love you, they admire you, you inspired them to be who they are and all this good stuff, and they may never ever get to tell you personally, but you just gotta know that, look, I'm out here touching people, especially if I'm doing videos and reviews.
So perfectly that you're saying that. So there's a Bay Area icon, Mr. Fab, right? He's from Oakland, out there. He always says, give me my flowers now while I'm here than when I'm dead. He's like, I'd rather get my flowers now than when I die. You want to send some flowers and do all that.
That's right.
He's like, so that's why it's like, while I'm here, tell me that I'm great. Like, let me know. Like, tell me that you really like care about me on a different level of it, of just being like, you respect me on this part.
That's right.
Sometimes just giving that. How many times I walk through sometimes the mall, and me and my fiance would be walking, or me and my kids, we'd be just walking through, and they'd just be like, oh, what's up, Tank Top? What's up? And then he'd be like, you know him? I'm like, never met him in my life. But you know, just how fluently I am, I just kind of adapt to the conversation.
Right.
Like, yeah, man, oh, dude, what's up with you, man? Like, oh, how's everything, man? Are you good? Oh, okay. And then like they walk off, and then they'd be like, you know him? I'm like, no, I never met him in my life.
Yeah, like I don't know him. I don't know that person, but that's beautiful though. And see, that's the thing. Like when people are when people are it's okay, y'all.
No,
people on the set. People on the set. But no, that's the thing about like legend building. So I believe you give your flowers, get your flowers, and give people their flowers while you can. But the ones that you can't touch, right? Yeah. I think of you're a legend, so you're leaving a legacy for your children, right? So when you think of legacy, I think more of trees than I do flowers. So my brother told me this a long time ago, and this will blow your mind, right? Gems for y'all, dropping gems, okay? But
you better tune in.
But when you have a seed, an apple, right, and you plant a seed in someone's life, right? You're planting a seed in my life. Seeds produce trees that has not one apple, but it has multiple apples. So say my tree, the seed that you planted me, it sprouts up a tree and it has 100 apples. All them apples have 5 seeds each, right? That's how life is. That's legacy. It's something, it's a perpetuating encouragement. It's something that just keeps going, and you can't even keep up with it because you like, why you do that? Well, my mom said she used to love this girl named mzgoodnewz. She used to love this dude, Tank Talk. And that's why I do it, because she used to do it. So there you go. That's the legacy. Like it keeps giving. It keeps giving. And that right there is what my intentions are. It's just to keep pouring into people, and it never stops. Just keep growing.
I mean, it's just like, it's kind of just like where it cycles, you know. It's always something. The tree, it's always going to grow. It's always gonna. There'll be a new tree, new apples, new seeds, everything. It's just gonna keep growing.
And it keep growing. Because the one time I was like, I was crying, I was talking to my brother. I'm like, I just don't know why. Like people just keep giving to me, and it's like, and I mean, I'm happy, but I wanted to, try to do it myself, and I don't want to keep, asking people. And he was like, do you understand that you planted seeds? This is how you reap what you sow. And it's like, oh, when he explained that to me, I was like, dang, I can't. That's, back in the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm country now. You can't outgive God. You can't outdo God.
No.
And that right there, it puts it in perspective. Like, I can never outdo God. All I can do is keep trying and keep attempting to be the best that I can be, add value to myself and to the community by using this platform.
Oh yeah, and then like out there in the Bay, like, we have so many iconic radio people that is just crazy, like starting with Chuy Gomez. He's a Latino radio speaker, and you could just hear his voice and you're gonna just know. You're gonna be like, oh, that's Chuy Gomez.
Right.
So like my childhood grew up with Chuy Gomez, because like I could be like hearing him when I was little and stuff like that, and then like me finally meeting him towards like me growing up, like me building my brand and going to these events and stuff. I met him. I'm like, it was crazy because I'm like,
that's dope.
Like it's sometimes the voice, like sometimes the voice don't even fit the person, but when you hear the voice, you're like, oh, this is so and so. I know that person.
Right.
Like. And I don't even know what you look like, but I know that voice, and I know it's you.
That's it. That's what people say. They, oh, Miss Good News. I knew that voice. You be like, and I've heard this all my life though. Like it's not something that I try to, cause you know you got voices, right?
Yeah.
You know you got a voice for your wife. You know the sexy Barry White. What's up, babe? What's good? What's good?
Like early morning waking up, just your voice deep enough, and you're just like, hello.
Right. Then you got your work voice. Hi, how are you? You know, real proper like. But this voice, this is, however I'm talking and whatever y'all hear right now, this is me being comfortable. Like I'm comfortable talking on Tank Talk. I'm comfortable being myself, but I've heard it all my life. Like I knew that was you when I heard your voice. I heard you across the room. We be like, oh, sorry, God.
Hey, that's good though. That means that you're getting out there and everybody's listening, and it's kind of like the same thing with me, with like different people just saying what up to me just from my Instagram. I mean, it's always good to build that rapport because that means that you're getting people's attention.
That's right.
You're getting their attention to tune in and listen to you and look at your videos or listen to your radio station, and that's where it's like it's really worth it because that means you're doing something that you're actually growing and you're actually touching people. You're not just doing it for nothing. It's like if you're doing it and you're doing it for years and no one really comes up to you and be like, oh yeah, I know your voice. Like then it's kind of like you're not doing something. You're not catching their ear. You know what I mean? So.
Right. If you ride too long on the highway, you don't see no exit signs. You probably are not on the highway no more. It's something else. You probably done made a wrong turn. So.
Yeah, you going somewhere where you ain't supposed to be going. You going to a whole nother state.
Exactly. Like, in other words, you better. There are signs to progression. Like there's signs to progression. I would say here. I've been working at Livingstone College. And I was working here 2 years before I was on payroll. And the reason that's so important to me, and it's a part of my story, you know what I'm saying, is I was willing to gain the knowledge. And I was willing to hustle because I've always hustled. The hustle's never quit. Even when you start getting a check, guess what? The hustle never quit. You still got hustle in you. So I was willing to gain knowledge and say, okay, I need this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I didn't go to school for this. I don't have no degree. Passion and willingness to say I want to do this. You know, shout out again to my brother's my mentor, Nathaniel Woods, Dr. Nathaniel Woods. I call him Priest.
Doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Nathaniel Woods.
Hey, you don't get that doctor just for nothing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he's a professor, and I want to say Penn State out in Pennsylvania.
Okay. And
so he always would say either a person lack will or skill. So I have will.
Yeah.
I have will, and that's never gonna die. And then so the skill, if skill is the only thing that's keeping you from your dream, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you. You really don't want it because all you got to do right now in this time, like we can just Google everything. I go to Google school. I go to YouTube school and just how you do such a thing.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like if you're not trying to go outside your, like I don't want to say it like this, you know what I mean? I don't want to keep the same, like obviously I want to upgrade my mics, I want to upgrade my camera.
Right.
Like if you're not upgrading your stuff and learning new things, getting a new camera, you're going to see like, okay, there's new settings, new this.
That's right.
Like then you're just going to be at the same spot and people are just going to be bored because there ain't nothing new.
That's it.
There's nothing that's you're doing that is different than being like, oh yeah, I'm getting some better cameras and stuff like that. So.
See, and we're gonna progress. We're progressing now because you all the way from where you at.
Yeah.
And
so,
Cali and
I had to come down here and I was like, you know what? Let me come down here and do some interviews and try to build. Obviously, I'm gonna get people from North Carolina because you're gonna repost it and stuff like that, and people are gonna tune in because of you. You know, like you said, your 30,000 of people that you don't know, they're gonna come to me, and then they're gonna read our stuff and kind of look at it, and then that's gonna give me some publicity out here.
Likewise, because again, I'm growing, and you know, sometimes we look at, you go on Instagram and you see some people got like 50,000 followers, and some got 170,000 followers. Now, whether they be real or fake, it does matter a little bit. So, but that's still the numbers are good. Numbers are always good, but the numbers, unfortunately, does not sum up the value of a person. Because I know some people who don't have an Instagram at all, and they are more influential in the world than the people who got 100,000. Then you see some people, and then you know, as we interview people, you start seeing people who have all of these followings, but they have no sense. They don't. Some of them don't even know how they got them. It's like it happened overnight, and you know, and so if you're not ready, and if you're not knowing what you want out of life, it can be good for you or bad. Like the making it really big can be bad for you if you're not prepared, because now you'll squander all of that goodness. Because in this life, momentum is everything. You have to keep up with the momentum. And then, you know, the ones that are prepared, your numbers, they may gradually grow, but guess what? It's still growing. And you're still gonna keep learning, keep progressing, and you'll get there whenever you get there.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then also, it's like,
we got a lot going on.
No, hey, there's you know what I'm saying? This isn't just a regular studio office where no one's gonna come down here, no one's gonna come over here and look at it. Like, people are calling, people walking in.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just like, you know, it's kind of like when I'm giving it my fiance is the one who wanted to do the food review stuff. So it's kind of like with her, when she wanted to start it, she was kind of like, babe, like I know you got your tank talk stuff, but it's like, I'm trying to do this. Like, how would you? And I'm like, you know, I got the camera, I got the mics, I got everything. So I'm like, it's really just finding the spots to go. So, you know, she started something, she started the food review stuff. And then also I was just telling her, like, hey, instead of making your own YouTube channel and doing that and starting over, you might as well start with me where I'm at, you know. And like, I have my followers, and we could build more followers together. So, and then we just come join our stuff together, and just there we are.
And see, back to what I was saying, good man, good woman come together, and you have great work. You understand? That's good. That's really good.
Yeah. So, you know, she definitely gives me my props. She'd be like, man, she's like, man, you good for me. Like, and then we're both Aquariuses, right?
Wow.
So we are thinking the same. So sometimes I say something, and she's like, I was just thinking that.
See, like, that's so awesome.
So like, luckily, I'm glad I found my person, you know.
That's awesome.
And I feel like, for a while, I was just like, man, if I'm with someone, I want to make sure I'm with them because them, not just being like, it's like I have to carry a conversation every time I talk to you. Like, I have to come up with something. Like, I have to be like, what should I say? What should I?
Right.
It just comes so fluently and just natural. And
that's like, beautiful. So. Like, I think that, like, when you can be yourself with somebody, and it's just even down to like sitting in silence with that person. Like, you can be quiet. I don't have to say nothing. You don't have to say anything, and we just sitting there. Like, that means, listen, if you're not my person, sir, I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Hint, hint. No, let me stop.
It's like if you ain't my person, you could go.
Right. Because it's too comfortable over here. But yeah, if you can expand with somebody, a lifetime partner, that's really dope. That's a good thing.
And I'm just glad that, you know, we built that together. So obviously we're gonna make like a kind of like a new logo type of thing for just like me and her for our food stuff. Right. Because we want to do like a stamping of being like, we were here, we approved it type of thing. And I just feel like that's something that I want to do.
That's dope. I will tell you this. When I first started, I started this show called A La Carte. And it was a food show. So the show, because again, I'm a foodie. Yeah. But the show was eating, like talking, doing interviews with people, but over discussing all of this stuff over a meal of one of the restaurants. You know, I call them the local famous restaurants, however. And we would eat the food while we were talking. But some people, it's hard to do. Like, they can't talk and eat. They be trying to, like, you know, be cute, whatnot. And so, but I kind of put that to the side because I was more focused on just learning the basics here.
And it's like, if you're going in on some ribs, you can't be clean eating some ribs. You're just gonna have to get in there and get down and dirty.
Right. Look, put the microphone up here. Right. Don't even put it right here because I get to talking and chewing and, you know.
What is it? The SMR?
ASMR, yeah.
You're gonna get that going real quick. You're
They'll be tuned in for that. They'll be tuned in.
Like, you might want to put the mic closer so they can hear it.
That's right. That's right. You know what? It might be an idea. Hey, look, there you go. Great minds think alike.
All right.
That's why I'm here on Tank Talk. There you go. See?
So it's just crazy to be over here, you know, just kind of like expanding and coming out here. And, you know, thank you for allowing me to come out here and do this with you. And I feel like it's just going to build more stuff because obviously, like maybe I could get some other people through the college that are doing stuff that's unique and different that a lot of people kind of don't get to see or get to know about them more, you know?
Yeah, and then we can go, and when we come to Cali,
hey, when you guys come see me,
we see
you know what I mean? We got you. I'll show you all the good spots and all that, where the places to go eat. So
where do they go to see? Like, where do they go to see your reviews? Is it only on YouTube or where?
Yeah, so I do YouTube and Instagram. I also do an Instagram kind of like clip, little reel. And it'll just be something about the restaurant really quick and brief.
Okay.
But if you really want to see the video, it's on. If you look up Tank Talk, it'll pop up on there. You'll see me or my fiance.
Okay.
But we always do it together, so that's why when I came down here and all these food spots, she told me, "Don't you dare." she's like, "Don't you dare go over there and go try to get some good food without me." And she's like, "You better wait until I'm with you." So I'm like, "Yeah, it's something we did together." So I'm like, you know, I can't do that. Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope that you even embrace that, because you know. I ain't even gonna get into the other kind of men that there are, because right now I'm sitting with this man, this your girl Ms. Good News right here with WLJZ 107.1 FM, and I'm so glad to be on Tank Talk.
Yeah, for sure. So, you know, and then we're gonna have to, you know, more times I come down here, I must come down here and see you.
Yes.
Maybe we do another interview down the line. So
with your wife too.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna bring her with me.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see where you progress from now to then, because you know all it is up from here. So
it's only up. It's only up from here. So yeah, I'm excited.
So yeah, I can't wait to tune in with that, and you know, let them know. You know, obviously you're ready. Shout out the radio station, but what's your Instagram and stuff like that?
Yeah, let me put y'all on. So again, I'm Ms. Good News. That's mzgoodnewz. You can't lose with good news. So just tap in, follow me on all social media platforms. Again, that's mzgoodnewz. Follow me also and follow the radio station WLJZ. I know it's a lot of Z's. WLJZ 107.1 on all social media platforms. Again, shout out to the director of multimedia and digital engagement. That's what I was trying to say earlier, Keith Anderson. Follow him on Symphony Media. I mean, just follow us. You can. It's a win-win situation over here.
Yeah, you follow one, you're gonna get everybody.
Yeah, you'll see everything. You Google me.
Yeah, there you go. Google you. And I feel like that would be a really, like, you really made it when you're. When someone goes, Google,
I'm Googleable.
You're Googleable?
Yeah, I'm Googleable.
I ain't Googleable.
You are. You finna be.
I hope so. That's where I'm going. I'm like, if you can look up Google, like Tank Talk, and then I pop up.
Yeah, y'all can Google me now. Listen, Google me, and you're gonna see a lot. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. There's a lot of different hairstyles. This is the first interview that I've done with my natural hair, okay? Because they thought I didn't have bundles, Zeke. You know what I'm saying? They thought I didn't have bundles. This Ms. Good News bundles. Well, I'm going to put a wig back on, so stop playing me.
Nah, but you know, you rocking the natural hair, you know what I mean? All natural. Yeah. So, you know, but hey, you know, thank you for having me and giving me the time to, you know, talk to you and kind of get this interview going. And I can't wait to interview again. Like, we had a good conversation, you know what I mean? It was natural. It was just quick. I didn't even ask questions like I usually do on other interviews. It flowed so quick together. It was just like, I didn't even have to ask questions. It was just a natural conversation.
And I can't wait to come to your store.
No, yeah, come down. You know, we got a whole bunch of dresses. We definitely got a lot of stuff for women. And we got, you know, all the new Dunks and Jordans and all that you want. So
I heard that.
So when you come down, we got you. We got you a little care package down there waiting for you. So yeah, you know what? I'm flying down tomorrow. My size is
right. I'll be down there tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna throw the 4, but you know what I'm saying. Again, thank y'all. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for giving me the time and just coming down here and get that chance to interview you. You know. And hey, this is Tank Talk. Ms. Good News. So tune in with them and make sure you kind of stay tuned with the radio station. Listen in, you know what I mean? Go on there, go on the website, tap in. So hey, this is Tank Talk.